everybody, it's Kelly and I'm back with another two-page layout today. I'm going to start with that kind of muted aqua paper, and that is the Echo Park Happy Fall Fall Forest paper. I'm going to be scrapbooking some photos of my stepson and daughter-in-law and my grandkids getting their family photos taken. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to use two different background papers. So on the left, it'll be that leaf paper, which is the Echo Park Happy Fall 6x4 journaling cards. And then on the right, I'll be using the gingham paper as the background. And I do this to make things a little bit different sometimes, but I still want you to have some continuity as you look across the layout. So I've got a full sheet on the left and then a partial sheet, or full sheet on the right, partial sheet on the left, to make it look kind of like it crosses the join. If you put the two pages together, it looks like that's one all kind of seamless page. Now I'm going to take the one special photo of the four kids together, which is just darling, and I'll mat that photo on the Doodlebug Petite prints in the bumblebee dot stripe. They're wearing gold, and that polka dot on this paper has a bit of gold to it. So now I'm working with some die cuts from the Amy Tangerine Late Afternoon Die Cut Shapes pack, and that is a few years old, but still one of my favorite fall collections. I have very little paper left there. It's really mostly just the embellishments that I have left. I think after I did this, I did a couple of other layouts, or this was the end of some layouts, and pretty much used up the paper. I may have a remnants of a couple pieces left. So I need to just, it's sad to say goodbye to collections you love, but there's always more paper, right? So in this layout, I'm going to get 10 pictures on. They are not, or actually these were true 4x6s, but I did trim them a little bit so that you could see the background paper. Otherwise, what I'll do is, if it is a true 4x6 and I do 6 photos like this, I'll use a paper that maybe has something in common with the colors, but nothing that I feel like I have to, like I'm going to use up. So I'll sometimes use cardstock. Like I might have used a cardstock in aqua or rust or gold behind this if they were true 4x6s. So that's how I would handle that. So now you can see the paper on both sides, obviously not as much, but I still like that. I found that Celebrate Today die cut. There's also a sticker that matches from the sticker pack here, but I really liked the way that looked, because these photos are like a celebration of their family is kind of how I'm looking at this. I am kind of thinking about trying to use this gold little piece here with the banners. I really like those banners, but it's not working. There's not a good spot to put it. There's so much going on. Instead, I found that beautiful word from the sticker pack that goes with the copper foil stickers. And now I'm kind of playing around with this. I have these wood veneer circles. They are old and they're from Studio Calico. So I'm thinking about using like that heart one there above the other pieces. I found the one that says Love You More by the Celebrate Today that I'm going to add. And then I have a couple other ones up there that I'm thinking about using. So kind of found another heart that I'm toying with using with that little kind of bokeh floral banner there at the top left. I don't need a ton of embellishing on these photos because there is so much going on in the photo. So I'm adding a couple banners over here, kind of behind the Celebrate Today, but also behind that cork piece. So I'm liking the way that's looking. So I'm thinking I'm going to use that. And then on the bottom, I have another one of those bokeh florals from the Amy Tangerine die cut pack. I like the way they echo each other across that page on the right. Like I said, I don't need a ton of embellishing, and interestingly enough, I'm going from on the top, it's top right down to the bottom left. Part of that is because there is something in the middle of the page on the left side. So then my eyes are reading there to the bottom left, to the middle, to the top, kind of leading me across the 2 pages with the embellishments, which is one of the things you want to do when you do a 2-page layout, is to have your embellishments somehow lead your eye visually. Okay, so I'm just going to cut those banners off because I don't need them as big. And I decided, I'm playing around with hearts and stars and geotags on those wood veneer pieces. Decided to use the geotag on the top right up there because it kind of is like a marker of where you are. So this is where they are today, is sort of the idea of what I'm trying to say here. Now I could have mounted that Celebrate Today on some pop dots, but I decided not to do it because there's dimension already in the Love You More wood veneer. And then I decided to change out that bottom wood veneer for another geotag and then just leave the heart in the middle. It made a little bit more sense, like to have either all 3 the same or the 2 same on the bottom, or 3 different ones. But I kind of like the way it looks with the 2 same geotags on the top and bottom there. I am looking at some word strips here from that sticker sheet, and I find this one that says autumn, and I like that it's like beautiful autumn, not just beautiful family, but obviously that is as well. But I just kind of like the way it adds that little extra something in there. Now I want something with a different dimension, different texture, so I'm thinking about enamel dots here, but I'm not finding the right colors for the colors I'm using in the layout. And then I find these pearls. They're from Scrapbook. They're the Victorian Parlor Gemstone Accents. They're very old, but they had these brown ones. And I thought, oh, like how often do I get to use brown pearls? But they're perfect on this particular layout here. So I'm going to use those. I'm going to add 3. Well, yeah, starting out with 2. And then add a 3rd. Trying to decide where these all need to go. I'm playing around with sizes a little bit here as well. There aren't that many left, and I do want to use them all up, so I end up using 1 in each of the embellishment places on the right and then 3 on the left. Hope you guys are all well. I will be back with another layout again soon. Bye everybody.